It was a regular Tuesday morning in Japan. The city was just waking up, with people heading to work and school, the streets buzzing with the familiar energy of a new day. In homes across the country, millions of people tuned in to Asa no Hikari, the most popular morning show in Japan. For many, it was a daily ritual, a way to start the day with news, entertainment, and a sense of connection. Kenji Tanaka, the well-loved host, was known for his friendly banter and quick wit. That morning, he made a joke about visiting the countryside. Maybe young people would go to the countryside if the Wi-Fi was better than in Tokyo. The people in the studio laughed a little nervously, unsure if the joke had landed. But the show moved on, as if nothing unusual had happened. Online, however, the reaction was immediate and intense. Social media platforms lit up with angry comments and heated debates. People in the countryside felt insulted, as if their communities were being dismissed and made fun of by someone with a national platform. The comment was seen as yet another example of Tokyo's disregard for rural Japan. Hashtags demanding an apology quickly began trending nationwide. Calls for accountability spread rapidly, with thousands joining the conversation and sharing their own frustrations about city versus countryside attitudes. The TV station was soon overwhelmed by a flood of angry calls and emails as viewers demanded a response. Local governments and rural organizations publicly expressed their disappointment, urging the network to take responsibility. What began as a simple joke quickly spiraled into a national controversy, sparking a heated discussion about the divide between urban and rural Japan and the importance of respect. In Japan, TV hosts are expected to be role models, guardians of public trust and social harmony. A single misstep can be seen as a serious breach of trust, not just a personal mistake. The controversy grew, drawing in sponsors, politicians, and the entire nation into the debate. The focus shifted from Tanaka's words to the broader responsibilities of public figures in Japanese society. All eyes were now on Tanaka and the TV station. As the nation waited to see how they would respond to the growing outrage, one offhand comment had ignited a firestorm, leaving an entire country demanding answers and an apology. The media quickly made the anger even bigger, amplifying every detail and turning a single comment into a national controversy. By the afternoon, every major news outlet was covering Tanaka's comment, treating it as a symbol of deeper issues in Japanese society. On primetime talk shows, experts debated the decline of rural populations and the growing divide between Tokyo and the rest of the country, fueling more heated discussions. Social media exploded. Memes, video clips, and hashtags spread like wildfire, with everyone weighing in on the controversy. News shows began reporting on the online outrage, which only made the anger grow even faster and reach more people. Sponsors grew nervous as their brands became linked to the controversy, worried about their public image. Some people threatened to boycott products, and advertisers pressured the TV station to take action before things got worse. The financial stakes soared, with millions of yen and reputations on the line. In Japan, losing sponsor support can end careers overnight, making the situation even more urgent. The relentless news cycle made it impossible for Tanaka or the TV station to ignore the growing crisis. The demand for a public response became overwhelming, with reporters and the public demanding accountability. The story was no longer just about a joke. It was about responsibility, reputation, and the immense power of public opinion in Japan. The pressure for a formal apology was now impossible to avoid, setting the stage for what would come next. In Japan, public apologies are more than just words. They are a ritual, a performance with deep cultural roots. When someone says sorry in front of cameras, it's not just about admitting fault, but about showing true remorse and respect for those affected. Days after the controversial comment, Kenji Tanaka stood before a sea of cameras, flanked by the highest-ranking TV station executives. The room was tense, every eye fixed on him and his colleagues. Together, they bowed deeply, a gesture that carries enormous weight in Japanese society. This bow was more than a formality, it was a physical expression of regret and humility. The silence during the bow spoke volumes, communicating their sorrow before a single word was uttered. Tanaka then delivered a formal apology, carefully choosing the most respectful language. "There is no excuse for what I did." He didn't try to justify his actions or shift blame. Instead, he acknowledged the pain he had caused, especially to people in the countryside, and expressed deep understanding of their feelings. In Japan, the exact words used in an apology matter greatly, sometimes even more than the intentions behind them. The press conference was intense. Reporters fired off tough questions, demanded further apologies, and pressed for details about what would happen next. Throughout it all, Tanaka remained humble and composed, never showing frustration or defensiveness. Any hint of annoyance could have made the public's anger even worse. The event felt almost like a public trial, with the nation watching to see if responsibility was truly being taken. The presence of the TV station executives made it clear this was not just Tanaka's burden, but the company's as well. Their joint apology represented the entire organization, not just one individual. Across Japan, people watched the broadcast, judging whether the apology was sincere and if true accountability was being shown. For Tanaka, this press conference was only the beginning of a long journey to regain trust and make amends. The road to redemption in Japan's apology culture is never easy, and this was just the first step. Public apologies in Japan are based on the idea of social harmony. A public mistake isn't just personal, it upsets the group and needs everyone to help fix it. Tanaka's comment broke the delicate balance between cities and rural areas in Japan. The apology is a custom to bring that balance back. In Japan, shame is shared. When one person makes a mistake, the group carries the burden. That's why the TV station bosses stood with Tanaka to show they were all responsible. The idea of face is very important. Publicly admitting a mistake is a way to get trust back. Excuses are not accepted. Only truly being sorry and accepting what happens next matter. The focus is always on the effect, not what was intended. The apology is a public act of humility, a request to be accepted back into society. Without it, the social fabric stays broken. This custom is a main part of Japanese society, making sure that harmony is brought back. It's not just about one person, it's about the group, the community, and the nation. After the apology, things happened quickly. Tanaka was suspended from Asano Hikari, starting a time where he had to think deeply about what he did. He disappeared from public life. No interviews, no social media, no public appearances. This quiet time is very important. Coming back too soon would seem fake. Behind the scenes, his team watched what the public thought, waiting for forgiveness. Sometimes a career ends here if the public doesn't want to move on. If coming back is possible, it's slow, starting with small appearances, always humble, always sorry. The goal to show real change and earn back trust. Success depends on how bad the mistake was, how truly sorry the apology was, and how much time has passed. Japanese society is strict, but it can forgive if proper efforts are made to fix things. For Tanaka, the road back would be long and uncertain. Making things right is possible, but only with humility and patience. The public decides if he gets a second chance. In Japan, a public figure's mistake is never just their own. Tanaka's words affected his TV station, sponsors, and the whole media industry. The apology was a group effort. Bosses bowed with him, sharing the blame. This shared responsibility is very different from how things are in Western countries, where people focus more on individuals. In Japan, the group is expected to make up for one person's mistake. The TV station's public show of regret reassures viewers and sponsors that real changes will happen. New rules and training are often announced to stop similar mistakes in the future. This system encourages carefulness and accountability, but it can also make people less spontaneous. Public figures must always remember their actions affect many others. The burden is heavy, but it's meant to protect social harmony. In Japan, being accountable is always something everyone does together. The public apology isn't just about punishment, it's about fixing things. When Tanaka and the bosses bowed, they asked for forgiveness and a chance to rebuild trust. The custom shows that public anger is valid and acknowledges the harm that was done. It's a performance of humility, a request to be accepted back into society. The process reminds powerful people that they serve the public, not the other way around. The bow is a symbol. Trust is something you earn. not something you automatically have. Being accountable in Japan is ongoing, a cycle of making a mistake, saying sorry, and hopefully being forgiven. The bow opens the door to a second chance, but it doesn't guarantee it. Truly making things right needs consistent, humble actions. In the end, the lesson is clear. In a society built on harmony, the connection between the speaker and the community is everything. One comment can shake a nation, but it's the response that decides what happens next.